All right, here we got it. Our tomatoes. We got a little chive down here. These cucumbers. Oh my god, these things are going nuts. They're so freaking. I gotta show you these roots. These are really cool. Look at that. Oh my god, it's just insane. This one's going off just like the other one. Got a little hatch green chili pepper, some nice broccoli calabrese, some lettuce greens. Yeah, this thing's popping off. There's even some cherry tomatoes coming in. Where are those guys? There they are. Look at those beauties. Oh man, those are going to be good eating when they come in. So we've got these Spider Farmer SE3000 Wi-Fi joined lights. These things are awesome. They run 16 hours a day. I've got them coming on at 5 a.m. going off at like at 11. I'm about to switch those over because it's getting hot. This is North Austin, so we're going to be switching those over to a night grow. As you can see, we're in a garage, so there's no light in here, so we can control it to whatever we want. One of the benefits of growing CEA, or controlled environmental agriculture. So I've got my Spider 6-inch fan up here. This thing, you set the oscillation. It's also paired up to a natural mode, so the natural wind flow, so the plants will be continually rotating. I've got my tower fan down here. This guy's keeping everything nice and cool, even though it's 90% humidity. Going to be raining here in a little bit. So it says Mylar enclosure all around that I custom built and custom made, designed. I've got the Schedule 40 PVC all around the sides here. This is just some wire I picked up and zip tied in the corners here. And on the tops, as you can kind of see up here, I've got that wrapped around nice and tight and secure. So what this is doing is it's putting the light back on the leaves here and keeping the heat dissipation out as well. So we're at a comfortable 71 right now. It's been getting up into the 90s. Spring in Austin, we're at the end of April. And all these guys were grown from seed by me in my greenhouse. So this is kind of where it started. And I've got a bunch of plants. I've opened it up here. But these 10 by 20 trays, these are what they look like. I've got a nice capillary mat here that keeps everything moist and moving and no stagnant water or bugs. So we don't have to worry about any infestations. I've got a bunch of oregano coming in here, some thyme, little rosemary, catnip. We've got some seed snails, some marigolds that pair up great with the growing when we're doing the tomatoes. These hatch peppers here are coming in great. I'm going to have to be transplanting these things. There's always something to be done. And then I've got the humidifier that pumps in all that nice moisture that we needed earlier in the year and is now not really so necessary. But then I've got my intake fan connected up here. This thing's working right now because it's kind of warm. I've also got an exhaust fan down on the bottom here. This is a carbon filter, something that's come in later, but this pipes directly in. Pretty grassroots here. I designed all this, put it all in myself. Got all my supplies and equipment for later. That rope that you saw, this coconut coir. These leaky clay pebbles, these things are cool. These are what I've got in the base. They soak up the water, they're reusable. I can put these in future grow operations that I do and other stuff that I'm going to be growing. These lettuce plants I just transplanted. You can see their roots are super young and moving, but I got this pH balanced solution that I've been doing on a regular basis, my pH up and down that I'm using. I've got the tool in the house right now because I'm going to be calibrating it as we need to do on a weekly basis. So all my nutrients here that I've got for my refill bucket that is sitting over there, and I balance out the pH beforehand, but the real brains of it, and you can't even really see, it's going to be these little like white switches. They are tied into all these triggers that I've set, and really what makes this operation work. Very smart. So what I'm going to be doing today though is switching out my controller, that controller there, which is what's powering, or what's behind turning my fans here and here. And I got one inside this tent. I've got that intake fan, I've got the exhaust fan. So what that brain is doing is it's controlling all of this. These spider farmer lights are on their own thing. They're super smart themselves, but we're trying to give these fans a little bit more of a brain so that we can give these plants the best chance of success. It's really what's going to set this apart. Look at these leaves. They're so huge. My God, they're beautiful. And these vines, I can't I can't keep them off things. They've been grabbing onto my light cord here. Look at this. They're just like going crazy. I'm going to have to get like a time lapse or something of it because it's just awesome. These are awesome plants. They're really fun. They've got their own personality. So anyways, we're going to be switching it out. This controller itself this is the probe. It senses temperature, humidity, and VPD, or pressure density for the plant. It basically is how much available moisture is the plant able to absorb that's in the air currently. So that's what we're trying to control. So this controller itself has 8 different ports. I'm going to plug in all the different fans and humidifier. I've even got a little seedling heat map inside the greenhouse here. So you can see underneath, that thing is set to trigger as well when it gets too cold, or turn off when it gets too hot. So basic triggers, right? But the trick has been keeping this consistent with the changing temperatures. Everything's been getting warmer, more humid now, but earlier it was drier and colder. We had some pretty decent cold snaps that I was having to actually have a tower heater that I had out here keeping things warm because it was just too cold. I put in some vent holes on these 5-gallon crack keep buckets just to kind of get the oxygen going, but also to keep it cooler. These buckets are running warm right now. They're about 80 degrees. A little bit too warm. The plants like a little bit cooler in the roots. So I'm trying to get it cooler and get things moving. Doing crack key allows me a lot of room to monitor specific plants and conditions. So this guy who's doing so great over here, he's got some awesome tomatoes, well, his buddy next to him is not doing so well. So what's really going on with him is I measured the electrical conductivity in the water and it's way too high. So we swapped out some of that water now, and he's doing a lot better. I'm expecting a lot more results as we go forward here. As you can see, I've got a bunch of trays that I'm waiting on some more buckets before I transplant these guys into more buckets. Right now we're sitting at 12 buckets. I'm going to go to 18 total with my current areas with the spider farmer lights, which are meant for 3x3, and I do want to make sure that I'm getting enough air moving. I am planning on adding probably another oscillating fan at the top of this enclosure here, so it will be more air movement. This is just a tote I had tried out that wasn't working out. It started leaking, so that's why it's just being used as a prop to set up the plants right now. This is the little temperature, humidity, VPT sensor that I've got right now that's connected, that I'm going to be replacing with this thing here. So it's being swapped out, but super excited because what this all means is that it's got AI built into it. So it's going to be self-adjusting, setting those trigger limits. So hopefully I won't have to be spending a lot of time like I've been doing, setting those on-off conditions, high humidity, low temperature, and it will just take over for me. So again, look at these awesome flowers. This thing is just beautiful. But these plants are just thriving right now. I'm really loving it. This is a lot of fun. So yeah, welcome to Astro Root. It's going to be an adventure. We're going to have some fun along the way, and I'm going to take you along with me. So stay tuned for more, and I'll talk to you later.